Good afternoon, at least for me, Monday afternoon, and I've got my first Vinted parcel. This one's completely, probably a bit dull, a bit boring, nothing exciting. As you can see, it's only a thickness of 1 It's Vinted, so it's just a mailing bag, and I'm lucky to get that. I've got in my pocket, just set up on the tripod in the house whilst I can, whilst no one's in at lunchtime, and I've got my head tracking on. It's doing a great job. I love this thing, it's awesome. Right, so I paid £2 for this. With fees and postage, I think it was just under £5, about £4.70 or something like that. Let's crack it open. And this just happens to be a franchise that I love, and a game that I am collecting a specific version of for each platform, or at least on each console platform. So let's hope it's not damaged or anything. The pictures are good on this. I should have everything that I need. It's going to be better than my version. My version has the DLC slips in. Whether they're still valid, I have no idea. But I'm missing the manual on mine. And there it is. Alien Isolation, Ripley Edition. Is it still tracking me? Yeah, I love it. Yeah, Ripley Edition, only $39.99. That's a game sticker, jeez. The Ripley Edition contains 2 bonus items of content. Last Survivor and Crew Expendable. It's Peggy. Art's in good condition, no rips, no tears. And he's moving up there a little bit. Let's have a look at the discs. 2 discs, because of 360, so just DVD storage size. This one's good, so I'm going to have a guess at this one being the install disc and this one being the play disc. Let's have a look. Yes, this one is the installation disc, and it looks pretty decent, not minty. And the actual play disc has got a few little marks on it, but I wouldn't even say that's that bad at all. That shouldn't have any issue playing whatsoever, so I'm happy with that one. And inside, have I got a manual? Oh, I thought it had the manual. And at the time when I saw it, I was like, oh, £2, I'm just going to get that. And I saw that it had inserts. I think they just took a picture with it, with the inserts, and you could just see that. So I thought it's complete, right? So I've got the DLC slips, whether they're redeemable, whether they've been used, whether it's because the store's down, you can't do it, I have no idea, probably not. I'm not going to be playing it on the 360 version, this is purely for collecting purposes. But I've got both of them, and I've got like a little advert for the Blu-ray anthology, but I've not got a manual. So now I have 2 exactly the same, neither with a manual. Such is life. So I'm expecting a few more parcels, I think, this week. Again, nothing huge, but I can at least stitch together, maybe during the week this week, if they actually will turn up on time in the next couple of days. They should be coming today or tomorrow, honestly, early week. So I might be able to get a video out on Wednesday. So this is still a cheap game anyway. I literally have my phone on me so I can actually check, and then I'll cut in a second. I think it's the cheapest platform to get it on is 360. You don't say that often. What? Alien Isolation on PS4 has not skyrocketed, that's the wrong term, but it's doubled in price. It's 20 quid, it's sat at 20 quid. Subject loss, no, I'm the subject. Yeah, Alien Isolation has gone up on PS4 by the looks of it. We're sitting at £20, that's crazy. £12 on Xbox One, I think it's been hovering around the 8 to 10, maybe 8 to 12. £6 on 360 and £8 on PS3. It has gone up on PS3, it did used to be 5. So I did order a copy, just proper CX Roulette a while back. I think I just got the Nostromo edition, shall I say. And I'm pretty sure that's kind of the most common edition at this point. So yeah, Ripley edition again on the 360, no manual again. It's a shame, I think I have one on Xbox One and one on PS4. I don't know why the price is going up again. I mean, Romulus came out a few months and it did inflate some of the Alien stuff, but I thought it'd gone back down again. yeah, so on the 360 at least, £6 game, £4 trade. I can always trade one of these in. I don't think they sell for much typically. Next point, an update on these. On my 2 Wii remotes, I bought them both for £5 each with nunchucks at a charity shop on Friday, and I was hoping to put some batteries in and 2 wins. If they flash, they're pretty good to go. And that's all I did last night when I had the time to whack some batteries in. One of these is dead, unfortunately, and it doesn't appear to be from a battery explosion because they both had rechargeables in, so the battery packs are actually really clean. So I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but well, if I look at the bottom ports at least, this one is minging. I don't know why, but I'm guessing maybe the board itself. It's just got a ton of corrosion on. It's one thing to have the battery terminals get a load of corrosion on, which you can usually just like kind of scrape off. And this one looks clean, so I'd hazard a guess that this one works fine, and this one is the one that doesn't work anymore. Whether I can be bothered to take that back in again, who knows? Busy times. Anyway, yeah, just another test of the camera. I have my phone on me. I've got the app downloaded now. Chrome wouldn't let me download it, so I downloaded it on another browser on my phone, and I've managed to install that. So you have to install the APK. There was no kind of like shenanigans. You just have to download the file and then click on it, and it has been installed on the phone itself. That's fine. I haven't got to the point. I've literally done it this morning. I've not got to the point where I've tried to pair it yet because I'm working. Not right now, obviously. But I can't quite be bothered to try and get my head around that. You know, bandwidth wise, I'll wait until maybe later in the week and see if I can actually use it, because there's a lot of people just saying since they dropped support like 3 years ago, the app is just awful to use. But I might get a little bit more functionality out of this camera. I've just posted the quick video that I took last night with the camera, so that's up on YouTube now, so please go watch that. And I haven't looked side by side with my literally the day earlier. Both of them are quite dark footage wise, so I will have a look at this footage and I'll cut out all this nonsense if I need to. I'll probably do a sum up when I'm in the shed later in the week or something. But yeah, so I'll have a look at this footage and see if I'm good, and on to the next segment. And yeah, so update on the camera real quick in real time. I downloaded the app earlier today and I thought I'd give it a go. Now I plugged the camera with the attachment directly into my phone with the app open, and it's just opened up everything, so I can see exactly what I'm filming. It's tracking me really well, and it seems to have opened up a few more options, which is really cool. It's a shame I can't do it remotely, but nevertheless, pretty happy for the most part. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I can see now, because on the screen itself it's actually only a square of what you're recording, whereas actually the image is actually much bigger and wider. It's getting much wider aspect ratio than what you can see on the small little screen on the camera itself. But now it's on my phone, I can see it in the 16:9 aspect ratio and what I'm actually all going to get in the scene, which is good. It's really good to know. And now, because it's really big, I can just swing it side to side, and it's actually... Oh, it nearly lost me there, it nearly lost me. Yeah, it's found me again, thankfully. But it's really... I'm really happy with this thing. Like, I know the 3 is going to be like another massive step up. Tangents, again, what was I talking about? I'm holding scissors, I probably shouldn't be waving these around. No, sit on your chair. So I've got a little one again. That was the issue. I can see what's in, and because apparently you can't zoom with the original Pocket, right? I'm getting quite a wide view in, so I might have to just crop it and just have the video cropped. I didn't want this one in the video, but hey, if she stays still, then maybe I'll be able to blur her. I probably need to learn how to do a few more bits and pieces in editing anyway, so if she stays still, at least that might be a relatively easy thing for me to do. I was hoping just to get the shelves in behind me. Obviously I've changed positions. Let me know if this is better or worse. But yeah, because you did have... I'm not going to get up, because if I just point, it's not going to do it. It's based on my face. No, because otherwise it'll take over your face and start following you. Oh, I need to correct a mistake now. I don't think anyone actually watched my kind of like list video with the things that I've got on my list. I need to make sure I'm not looking at myself, I look at the camera, sorry. I said in that video, that CEX don't seem to list the DJI Osmo Pocket 2. It's the first one, this one, which I mistook for the Pocket 3 because it says Osmo Pocket 3 Axis Gimbal. Easy mistake to make. And it lists the number 3 as well. Now, number 2 is listed. I found it earlier because I was looking for microphones. I just put DJI in, and they missed out Osmo in the listing. It's not... The title listing isn't constant across all 3 variations, unfortunately. So the second one hasn't got Osmo in the name. So if you type that in, you're not going to get the result. It's just listed under DJI Pocket 2. So they do list it, and for the creator bundle, the creator combo, whatever you want to call it, excuse me, which comes with bits and pieces that I kind of have the first one, but it also comes with the microphone as well, which is what I want because the microphone seems to run for a fair amount of money. At least if I get it all from the same company or the same range, they should all just play with each other pretty well. I think they, in grade B condition, I think you're looking at 260, and grade A is 280. And there's mixed reviews. There's like 1-star reviews saying I didn't get everything in my bundle. There's another one that says it's listed as B, but it's definitely C grade. And then there's others that are 5-star, brilliant. It came with everything I needed, and it's awesome. I'll have a look just to see if if there's one of those in my locals at all. Now I have the dilemma of that's what we were saving our eBay balance up to get the 2 creator is it a combo creator combo bundle, something like that. And it seems like occasionally one comes up for around 200. Now I'd like one in decent condition, and obviously with CX I'm not going to get backstory at all, but I am going to get a 5-year warranty. And obviously I can say, look, it's not come with everything if it doesn't. Now it'd be nice to deal with a local store to say it's not come with everything, can you help me sort it out, whatever it might be, rather than just kind of like the anonymous head office or warehouse, whatever it might be, the customer service team. I'd rather just deal with a store directly, because I know they'll sort me out. So yeah, 5-year warranty versus you can potentially get it a bit cheaper on eBay. Hopefully, well, I think 250 is kind of like an easy mark to hit. Again, I'm looking at my face rather than the camera. At least I wasn't doing that when I just had the camera alone. I think around 250 kind of grabs you. Like I think at any point, if you hopped onto eBay and put that in search results, you would be able to just buy one for around 250. Going up towards 300, you're probably able to get one in really good condition that's maybe not been used much or kind of like new, just out of box. Which is a similar price to what CEX they want, 280 for grade A. And I think for the 3 it starts at like 400-ish maybe, or 420, 460, something like that. So again, it's kind of like not quite double again, but obviously with a lot of things, it's where do you stop if you're like, oh, but what about the next one? Or what about the next one? What about the next one? Where do you actually stop, right? So I think that's the one that I want to go for in the long term, because right now I'm really happy with this. And the quality... We just found out, I just witnessed her drag a stool across the kitchen. I just witnessed her drag a stool across the kitchen, climb the stool, climb against the kitchen counter, just climb the stool, climb onto the kitchen counter, and just stand and open up baby cupboard, and then into the sweet cupboard, baby cupboard, and then into the sweet cupboard. So nothing's safe now in the house. There is no putting things out of reach. There is no putting things out of reach because you can just terrifying thing if you have a terrifying thing if you have so good times. So good times. It's all part of learning and developing for them, though, isn't it? It's all part of learning and developing for them, though, isn't it? Understanding that the next bit's going to be on. You unfortunately understanding that you can't always have sugar on things. When it comes to sugar and things. Yes. Anyway, CX maybe a slightly inflated price, slightly in 5-year warranty. Inflated price, but 5-year warranty. I don't need it now, right? So I don't need it yet. I'm currently sitting around 120 on the eBay balance. I'm currently sitting around 120 on the eBay balance. Some of that back is a long month. I might need some of that back. It's a long month to Christmas. I can't just like afford all the money that I'm selling. I can't just afford all the money that I'm selling. Collection of things, or because some of the things I'm selling up on my collections, whatever they don't use anymore, toys and things, plushes, whatever they don't use anymore. So some probably go back into Christmas presents. Let's face it, they'll probably go back into Christmas presents. Let's face it. I'm sitting on I think 182 voucher. I've only got like 182.
Wii remote. I've only got like the Hannibal trilogy somewhere. The Hannibal trilogy is trading somewhere. Going to be £18. So every now and again just add to it a little bit. So every now and again just add to it a little bit. I don't want to just blow that all on like one thing. I don't want to just blow that all on like one thing. Backwards. I think I've added backwards PS2 to my list now. Unbox has 200. PS2 to my list now. Unbox has 200. Things are now the unboxed variant. Things are now the unboxed variant because box typically doesn't come into stock. In some cases you're paying a lot more just for that box. Cases you're paying a lot more just for that box. PS2 £50, £60, 200 to 290 back box. You're going from 200 to 290 for box. That would be cool to have one. I don't need a PS2 then. 5-year warranty to take it. I don't need a PS2 then. 5-year warranty to take it back if it doesn't work. Right. But then some cases. I think, and then some cases £10 more. But again, if it's not in stock, you £10 more. But again, if it's not in stock, price is meaningless, right? That price is meaningless. Right? Anyway, back to rambling. I make these videos so long sometimes. Like this is going to be uploaded so long sometimes. Like this is going to be uploaded Wednesday at this point, right? Tomorrow or Wednesday at this point, right? Just with a couple of openings of random games, right? Let's open the first one. Random games, right? Let's open the first one. What one of the parcels is? I know what one of the parcels is. Hopefully, I'm looking down from the camera a lot because I'm looking down from the camera a lot. Yeah, I uploaded a video earlier. Just quickly went on it. Just quickly went on it, and I'm pretty sure. Did I watch the video? I watched a bit of the video. I watched a bit of the video. I watched a bit of the footage, obviously, as I was editing things. It looked really clear to the point where I'm like, I don't want it to be that clear because you can see all the pores. I don't want it to be that clear because you can see all the pores and things on my face, right? And that's not a good look sometimes. I'm sure once it gets to YouTube, once you've rendered it, once it gets to YouTube, once you've rendered it, and then it gets compressed onto YouTube. Back clear, so it probably doesn't. Right, so you can't see these things. So I've got I ticked one of the things off my list off. One of the things literally earlier in this video, literally Alien Isolation video on the 360. Alien Isolation, the second edition running, it didn't come with a manual. The second time running, it didn't come with a manual. Got it for a good price. Didn't come with a manual. Recently for PS3, the games were up to £8, and I said in that one, were up to £8. I said in that one on Vinted for 12, one Ripley edition that Vinted for 12, Ripley edition that looks in good condition because I think there was only like 11 in stock. Because I think there was only like 11 in stock. Even out there's a level it's going to be the Ripley edition. What the chances that even out there's a level it's going to be the Ripley edition? I'll get it. So I thought it completes. I'll get it. My collection of every console. My collection of every console, Xbox One, PS4, yes, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, yes, although that 360 doesn't have a manual. So here it is. Alien Isolation. So here it is. Ripley edition. Alien Isolation. PS3. Beautiful. Ripley edition on the PS3. Look over beautiful condition. Artwork. Look over condition. Artwork. No rips. Artwork doesn't need to be pushed up a little bit. It has got a little. Artwork doesn't need to be pushed up a little bit. It has got a little bit. Poking out the bottom, it's got a little bit of flaking down. Disc, one disc, 360, obviously 2 discs. Disc, one disc, 360, obviously 2 discs. This is the Blu-ray, that is. That's good. That's good. I think we've got everything now. The manual for this is. The manual for this is. By the looks of it, because I've got this on the other ones, by the looks of it, because I've got this on the other ones, the instruction manual is. It's not a decent manual, unfortunately, not a traditional one. It's not a decent manual, unfortunately, expendable one. So we only have one. So we only have expendable code. The crew expendable last is. On crew expendable. I don't know what one the normal one's supposed to come with. The Nostromo edition. The normal one's supposed to come with. The Nostromo edition. If this has got the one that the Nostromo doesn't come with. If this has got the one that the Nostromo doesn't come with. Right, like I'm not missing the fact that I won't. Right, like I'm not missing the fact that I won't. This one. Continue my hunt for this console. It'll be a shame if one. It'll be a shame if it's supposed to come with 2 voucher codes, basically. It's supposed to come with 2 voucher codes, basically. Slips. Why isn't this going together nicely? Why does it feel like some things? Why isn't this going together nicely? Why does it feel like some things pinching? I think the case is actually cracked. Yeah, the case is actually a bit cracked. Yeah, but ultimately it's just a PS3 case, right? The artwork's fine, disc is fine, manual and DLC. The artwork's fine, disc is fine, manual and DLC code in there. The other one I bundled together, so they had this on for 12. The other one I bundled together, so they had this on for 12. And I offered like, I just added a couple of pounds worth of game on. I just added a couple of pounds worth of game on. 13 in the end, so I was happy because that is like a lovely little bit of cardboard. Because that is a lovely little bit of cardboard. At the very least, it popped in the pictures to be in good condition. At the very least, it popped in the pictures. 2 for PS3 again. It's Borderlands 2 for PS3 again. It pops. I think I have this on 360. And as you can see, I think I have this on 360. And as you can see, really nice slipcover. It's a really nice slipcover. Are you stuffing that sweet?
No.
Are you stuffing that sweet?
No.
Yes, I know you are eating it, not stuffing it. You don't understand that. Yes, I know you are eating it, not stuffing it. You don't understand Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2. Manual and add-on content from the Premier Club. I imagine content from the Premier Club. I imagine that went well before the 360 store. But well before the 360 store. Disc. All good. And more importantly, for display purposes at the very least. Borderlands 2. I have the Hanson collection on PS4. And I know I think Hanson are all on PS4. And I know I think remastered or on better quality, remastered or better quality on the latest. But slips in really good conditions. Ultimately, when I do get around to playing these, unless they're prohibitive and don't come with collection. I've forgotten what that one is. Hanson collection. That's cool. That one is. I will confirm. But that's no problem there. I will confirm that. Let's go for this one. So this one's the. Let's go for this. Let's crack this one open. So, was there a story behind this one? Yes. I kind of caught someone uploading games like relatively cheaply. They were priced differently, some of them, but they were all cheap. And there was some kind of trade to them, I think. I don't know if there's anything that I wanted in here necessarily. And I just ended up buying it. Because I was like, I'm not going to wait around or be desperate and message them. But they did then put a few games up, and I think they had like Forza Horizon 3. And I think that still trades for like £6 or £8. And they listed it for £1. It wasn't worth adding, ordering another one, right? And it wasn't worth me cancelling everything and rebundling it just in case. I didn't want to like annoy them. So I missed out on that one. Because it's £1, I was sat there contemplating. Like I was thinking, right, if they messaged me saying thanks, I'll get them out tomorrow or whatever, right? If they'd finish and message me, I was thinking about being cheeky and maybe saying, I don't want to cancel everything and redo it. Do you reckon you could like throw Forza in? Which would have made this a pretty decent sweet deal for a bit of trade-in, but I didn't in the end. They never messaged me anyway, they just sent it out. And ultimately, I think about half an hour later, they'd clearly added a few more games. I left it, I wasn't going to sit there refreshing. Someone else bought the rest of the games anyway, and they just like left the FIFAs on there, so they must have uploaded a few more decent games, or at least worthwhile with the postage and the fees on top. So I don't think this is particularly a win. And we'll check out what I paid. I'll have to put it on because, as I say, I'm using my phone as the, not viewfinder, I suppose, or whatever. I can see myself basically with the phone at the moment. So let's see what I got. I think I wanted this. I've not played, not the most recent Assassin's Creeds, but I wanted Origins and what's the Greece one? It's completely slipped my mind, but I wanted those two. Not the... Is it Valhalla? Is that it? Sorry, my mind's gone completely blank. Because I've heard that game is like ridiculously long. It's just ridiculous, stupid. But I wanted them, and I think they're still like £3, £4, £5, £6. So I think these were kind of like all £1 or £2. So Assassin's Creed Origins limited edition for whatever that's worth. I have no idea if it is worth anything. Limited edition includes the Mercenary Pack. Okay, rare sword, rare shield, rare bow. That's it. But again, I don't think I've really played one of these games actually. It's actually Xbox One X enhanced. I do have a standard Xbox and Xbox One X. I recently played Doom, which I picked up like 99p in the pawn shop, which is like, it's a battered case, but the disc is fine. And I think that came out before the Xbox One X existed, so it wasn't enhanced, and I was actually kind of quite disappointed in how it looked. One of the more original Xbox One games, it kind of looked a bit naff, so Eternal's on my list, and I was hoping that might have the enhancements. So I've still got the downloadable code here for the Mercenary Pack, which is cool. A few other bits and pieces. The Season Pass. Season Pass normally grants you access to all the DLC, right? Get the Ultimate, or is this just, of course, it's Ubisoft, they're just trying to get me to get the Season Pass. Yeah, they're just trying to get you to get it, obviously. Xbox One is obviously on the left, and I hate that. Perfect, all good. Happy with that. I wanted that, was only £1. So although I need to make it somewhat worth it, at least with what they had, somewhat worth it. Black Ops 3, what they had trade in. Black Ops 3 on the screen. I think this might be £3 or £4 still on the screen. I think this might be £3 or £4
This is going to be kind of like a
get
so
my
this
voucher
is going to be kind of like
hopefully, and then I got
voucher back,
cheap game,
hopefully,
and then I got a cheap game.
That
disc,
obviously being a Black Ops.
That disc
Bit messy.
I'm hoping that's mostly
dust.
messy. I'm hoping that's mostly
No,
dust. I need to give that a wipe. It doesn't look like scratches.
No,
it looks
I
like
need
it
to give
needs
that a wipe.
It doesn't look like it's
scratches.
It's sat
It looks
there,
like
right?
it needs
Wipe. Like it looks like it's
I
it's
know
sat
it's
there,
right?
right? Like I know
White
it's
in
in
the
the
bedroom.
bedroom. Use hairspray or something.
White
That
in the
kind of
bedroom.
looks like
Use
there's
hairspray
hairspray
or
or something. That kind of looks like
If
there's
you know,
residue
you know.
on here. If you know, you know.
Hopefully that'll trade for a few quid.
So hopefully
Fallout
that'll trade for a
4,
few
obviously
quid.
this has flown down in price.
Fallout
It flew up.
4,
The
obviously
TV
this
series
has
came
flown
out
down
earlier.
in price. It flew up.
And the
The
TV
season
series
pass
came out
and
earlier.
the map, which
And
is
the
a
year
nice season
season
pass
pass
and the map.
I'm pretty
Which is
sure that
nice to
only
have the map
trades
actually.
So I've just got my money.
for £1.
So I've just got my
£1.
money.
It's £1. CX is not
£1.
£1. CX is not
Real money.
Rare
Real money?
replay. I think
Rare
this is
replay?
tracing for like 160. I have no idea what it is. Tracing for like 160. I have no idea what it is. In one epic
30
collection.
games
and one epic collection.
What has this actually got?
So it's actually
What
got
has
some
it actually
decent
got?
games on. It's actually got some decent games on.
It has barely got anything that I've ever heard
barely
of.
got anything that I've ever
I'm
heard
guessing
of.
the kind of like arcade,
guessing the kind
retro,
of like
Xbox or
arcade
360 game.
Nothing that I've ever really heard of, but it might be nice to have, right? MotoGP 15. So this was like a why not? I think I've got MotoGP 15 for the PS4, and I am collecting. Maybe not all of them, especially the ones which were awful around like 09, 10. But I'm thinking about all of them, but not thinking about getting all of them. Like different rosters, similar to FIFA, I guess, right? Every year they've got different rosters, different liveries, tracks. It's nice to see the progression on the system as well. So technically, I think this, as well as on the PS4, this would have been a shared release. It came out on the 360, PS3. It also came out on the One and the PS4. So I played 15 on the PS4 not long ago, and it's fine, it's acceptable. It's definitely a jump up from 360 graphics at least. So this is a day one edition MotoGP 15, 4 strokes champions and events included. It's obviously not going to be on the disc, is it? But there is a game add-on download from the store, which is very nice. And that's that. So yeah, I got a few games, and I've got Black Ops that are trading for a few pounds. What the hell have we done? Yeah, let's sit next to the sockets and a cushion in the corner. So, am I winning? Am I not winning? I don't know. Well, I'm not winning, right? So I've probably paid something like £8 or £9 for these, and I've got a couple of the games that I wanted that would have cost me that much, and I can trade Black Ops 3 in for a few quid. Sometimes you don't always get like a huge voucher and the games that you want, or resale value or whatever, anything like that. It's not always about that. You know, I was obviously feeling a bit flush last week. I spent a few quid on myself because that Alien Isolation and Borderlands 2 was like, as I say, like probably £15 delivered. So it is what it is there. So just in case I decide to wrap this one up here, I can always cut it out if I don't. Let me know what you think about, obviously I've repositioned the chair, about my new background. I will try and crop it a touch so it is just the shelves, bookcases. I'm going to have to try and do my best to edit Madam out. I'm trying to learn about the YouTubes, mate. I'm trying to do my best. I'm finally getting a few views, so thank you for anyone that does watch. My videos sat for like a week or two on like 0 views. My first uploads, my re-uploads to this channel were super rough. I've kind of 2 years ago I started the channel, and that was going to be like a gameplay channel, right? And it's going to be focused around older PC games. So I have my little setup and stuff, and I go to a few videos, as well as like a few Pokemon pack like openings. I basically got like no traction or anything, and Madam had just been born, so babies initially are very easy. Very easy if you're lucky, obviously. Once they get older, they get a lot more time consuming and demanding, and you have to keep an eye on them a lot more once they can start moving. So that happened, the channel died, and literally 2 years later
I've tried to start it up again. I'm assuming the algorithm doesn't like that whatsoever, and it has taken like 2 weeks for me to get like any views whatsoever. So again, thank you for anyone that has watched. If you can give me some likes, maybe some comments, hopefully they're nice. Subscribe please, and getting a little bit of engagement or some people watching will hopefully boost my videos and get them out there a little bit more. I like to think that my last few have been slightly better produced. The lighting's still probably not great, but they'll suffice, right? They're not that bad. I don't need to be spending hundreds to try and work out, you know, good looking videos when I'm not savvy enough to behind the scenes with the editing yet or anything like that. So yeah, this DJI Pocket, I'm loving it at the moment, and it's like the only real investment that I've made into the YouTube journey, and I've paid like all of £55 for it, which is cheap for one of these. So we'll just see where we go, see where it takes us. I would like to get a little bit more actual gaming on the channel, and hopefully it doesn't kind of like split things, because some people like the game collection aspect. I watch channels which are pretty much purely game collection, and I'll put in like little bits of gameplay here and there to show what the game is, and I really like that. That's something I need to learn how to do. I don't want to then split the channel down the middle, because some people like to watch just gameplay and have no interest in your collection, or why you want a red PS3 from 15 years ago. It's going to cost you £200. So that part of it's quite interesting. I would have had more time on my hands. I would have a few more ideas about starting some other channels to make sure that they are in their own lane, so to speak. But for now, that's all for this one, folks. I'm trying to keep it a bit shorter. See you in the next one. Thanks.